Alright. Welcome back. Welcome back to another video. Hood Tour Season 4, Episode 14. So I was able to get Season 13 up. Garage is good. I was able to get Season 13, or Episode 13 up for Season 4. Sorry, have a little bit of brain rot from work last night, so that's a rack that I could use, but it doesn't look like it's got all the shelves there, so I was saying I could use that rack to put, move a few shelves, take a few shelves out, and put my beading block on, the block that I pound, like, that sounds weird. You could put pounding block that I use for like drilling and painting and spray painting big shit. And straightening things out because we don't have an actual like anvil, so could put that on there so I got enough room to slide it in and out, or on and off the shelf. Garage got cleaned up pretty good. So then I can put that on there, and then the next shelf after that could be the little dry rack thing for my that I made for my chain links for the whips. Top is going to be, or no, I'm going to put the Canberra with all my hangers on the same shelf as that little rack that I made too, so but I'm not taking it because all the shelves aren't there. Otherwise I'd fucking take it, but it's an F-150. It ain't Eric's truck because I think the grill in Eric's truck is chrome yet. That's Amber's husband. Amber I work with. their stepson Aiden too, and her mom Dee Dee. You know, I should have almost fucking, because I had to talk to Aiden last night because he tried. He already wanted me to cover his shift for Thursday. I said, yeah, I'll do it. I just got to call, or I just want to talk to Dad and see what day we're going with my grandma, which I think it's today. I said, well, I asked, is that, you know, I asked because I know his dad's voice. I know his dad pretty well too. As a matter of fact, I know a lot of his family really well. I don't know Dannon too well, his stepbrother. But I know I know Aiden, Camden, which is Aiden's half brother, Eric and Amber. I hope you fuckers get a ticket. Obviously, I'm gonna know Amber because I work with her, but you know, I know Eric from coming in, and Camden, you know, I hung out with him all night, the night of the work party. And then obviously I know Amber and Aiden because I work with them. That sounded kind of stupid at first. So I know Amber and Aiden from working with them. Obviously Dee Dee too. And then obviously Eric from coming in with Camden. And I know Dannon, but not like how I do Eric and Amber and Aiden and Camden, which is Amber and Eric's son that they got together. Which is Aiden's half brother, because if you guys know how it works, you know, but for the ones that don't, you don't. I know how it works, but I can't explain it, so, then for it to make sense anyway, I should say, but, anyway, so, I was like, is that your dad that I hear in the background? He's like, yeah, why? I said, put it on, can you put it on speaker? He's like, yeah, hang on. He said, okay. I said, I spoke up loud enough. I said, Eric. He's like, what's up, buddy? You know, me and him know each other well enough that we call each other buddy or bud. Because me and Eric, we get along great, He's somebody I can joke around with and I know won't get butthurt. But Eric's a pretty cool, down-to-earth guy, so he's somebody I know I can trust if I needed help. Outside of like mom and dad and close family. Eric is somebody, like I said, Eric is somebody I can trust outside of close family, like my mom and dad, my brother, which wouldn't really help me anyway because he's too worried about his games, which that's something he enjoys, so I don't really care. So I'm not going to dog him on that. And then my grandfather, when he was still around, my dad's side, he was always willing to help. It's one day that the fucking people are sitting there, and then the next day it's the city. I might as well just stop fucking coming down here. At least the concrete was strong because they had rebar in it. Like I said, I might as well just stop fucking coming down here because the city's just taking forever doing this. So I was like, you know, if I really needed Eric's help, I'd like, hey, I need help. Can you help me with this? He's like, what do you need? You know, if he's like, what do you need? I was like, well, I need you to help. I just need some help, with this or whatever. He's like, okay. All right. If he's like, okay. So I guess I'm going down to Kennedy again. But, so I talked to Eric last night. I had, being that I had Aiden put his phone on speaker because he called me through Messenger because he's grounded right now. I'm not going to specify why, because I'm not going to put that out there. I'll just say he's grounded. I was like, you got your phone back already? He's like, no, not yet. I was like, okay. It's just throwing me off because he was calling me on Messenger when I asked that question, I didn't know why.